I've been hearing a lot of people like say this morning on Mike and Mike, if LeBron beats the Warriors this year in the championship, would you consider putting him above Jordan? I'm thinking like I'm 29 years old, so I've seen LeBron from start to finish. I caught Jordan in the mid '90s, but I think people forget how much of an animal Jordan was. Like when you look at highlights, they only show the '90s. This man averaged almost a triple double. He was the only player besides Hakeem Olajuwon to win MVP and Defensive Player of the Year in the same year. It's like so. Like I think it's a lack of respect being put on Jordan's name when he's being compared to LeBron. LeBron is great. He's phenomenal. I cannot take anything away from him at all. But are we really comparing LeBron to Jordan? Like, we got to go back and look at Jordan's stats, man. This man was a killer.
Yeah, but Jay, I don't think you can sit here and say it's disrespectful to either of the guys to be compared with one another. I mean, I don't think it's disrespectful to compare Joe Montana to Tom Brady. I mean, both are the best at what they do. I mean, they're different. I mean, as players, they're different. I mean, if you like LeBron James, you can sit and point to the fact that this dude's 6'9", and he's probably the best point guard in the NBA.
You can argue
the fact
that
he can defend all 5 positions. I mean, his versatility. I mean, he's a different kind of player. Is he as good a shooter as Jordan was? Probably not. Is he as clutch as Jordan was? Absolutely not. But the fact that he's been to 6 straight finals, probably going to go to 7 straight finals. I mean, can you imagine if he beats this Golden State team now, a team that won, 2 years ago 70. Last year they won 73 games. This year they add Kevin Durant, who's arguably the second best player in the entire NBA, and he wins that. Mm-hmm. I mean, come on, man. I mean, he's got to be in the conversation.
Oh, no question about it. LeBron James is definitely in the conversation, but I think what trips people up is the fact that LeBron James, at the height of his greatness, at the pinnacle of his greatness, he actually had to leave the franchise that drafted him and go to another franchise where there was a superstar player in order to win his first championship. I think that's where it starts. When you look at Michael Jordan, he had to go through those rough parts in the late 80s when he had those 3 consecutive playoff appearances where they lost to the Pistons before he was able to get over the hump and finally win a championship. So when you see a player go through those struggles and then finally be able to break through and have that level of success, I think there's something about it that fans appreciate in terms of a guy being able to fight through that type of adversity, having the mental toughness to be able to overcome that, and then finally be able to elevate his game to be able to win that championship. So I think that's the part that trips people up when they compare Michael Jordan and LeBron James, because Michael Jordan didn't have to go to another team, whereas LeBron James had to go to another franchise and learn how to win.
It was a different world, obviously, but obviously if you're being compared to the greats of the past, you're going to be compared to everything they do. And so the great champions, Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, Bill Russell, and Michael Jordan, what did they do? They all stayed with one franchise. They all won with one franchise. And I think if you're going to find something wrong with LeBron, I mean, you have to really look for that needle in a haystack. That's what you'll come up with. But I do have to point out that his first NBA Finals appearance was with the Cavs.
Yeah.
He did have great teams with the Cavs. That team that won 66 games in 2009 should have gotten to the finals. They didn't. I don't know if that was a coaching issue, but it certainly wasn't a LeBron James issue. And so that team just failed to get there, but that wasn't on LeBron. So he did have success with the Cavs, but of course the argument shouting back is, well, he had to go chase a ring to learn how to win. Then he came back and won in Cleveland.
Yeah, but I don't necessarily look at it chasing a ring. I look at it more as like controlling your own destiny, right?
Yep.
Like if it's your goal to – now I don't think that – and when I watched the whole thing on the Dream Team, it was clear to me that Michael Jordan wanted to supplant Magic Johnson as the alpha dog for the NBA.
Yeah.
But I don't think it was ever his stated goal when because Michael Jordan wasn't necessarily the chosen one the way that LeBron James was.
No.
I mean, this is a guy that worked his way through college, all of a sudden got to the league, and then you started to see his greatness in the NBA, right? From the time LeBron James was 14 years old, he was, in many people's opinions, the next coming of Michael Jordan. So in his mind, when he says chasing ghosts, is he had a clear objective coming into the NBA.
Yep.
It was to be the next Michael Jordan, be better than Michael Jordan. So if you're in a situation where you finally get the opportunity, because it wasn't his choice to go to the Cleveland Cavaliers, it worked out that way, and you are sitting there in your mind saying, you know what, I mean, I can't sit here and wait anymore. Like, if I want to be Michael Jordan, I need to accelerate this process. And the only way I can control that and not have to rely on my GM and my organization, my coaching staff here, is go do it myself. Like, I can build my own team, and that way I can get to those championships, the 6 that I need, faster, and I can do it my way. So I don't think it was necessarily the easy way out. It was the way he could control it.